Mercedes Benz G-Wagon hasn't been redesigned in the last 30 years. It was originally designed as a military vehicle, and with its boxy body, it stands out in a crowd of today's streamlined SUVs. Driving this car, you feel like you can take on anything, whether it's urban or off-road. And one of my favorite things about it are the mechanical sounds. Everything from the way the door latches sound to the way it rumbles when you start it up. One of the first things you notice when you get into this SUV is the amount of visibility that you have. You can see 180 degrees in any direction, which is kind of unique for an SUV because most have really, really big blind spots. The other thing you notice is the massive amount of headroom, which is a little bit odd because the interior space can be a little cramped both front and back. This car has a ton of power. With 382 horsepower, it goes great in a straight line. When you're getting off an exit ramp, you come to find out that there's a reason that those recommended speeds exist. It gets a little tippy on those curves. The interior of this car is really, really nicely appointed. This particular model has heated and cooled seats, a heated steering wheel, Sirius XM. You know you're getting into a luxury Mercedes Benz when you climb into the cockpit of this thing. Now this car only gets about 13 miles to the gallon, so you're not going to be passing too many gas stations driving this around town, but it does get a lot of looks. I know that when I was driving it around my neighborhood, I had teenagers stopping to look at the car as I drove by. So if you're used to driving SUVs, this is a completely different experience. It's got a lot more of a truck feel to it. The steering is a little mushy, but there's a lot of feedback from the road. It's pretty quiet inside, but you've still got a lot of power pulling you along. At $113,000, there's plenty of other options in the market. But if you really want to stand out in the crowd, the Mercedes Benz G-Wagon does just that.